Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've got God of War Ascension with our friend Kratos, who is the Super Mario of action games, and you'll see why. They both have a thing for the princess, that's why. It's not, but... come on, could be. What do Kratos and Mario have in common? One's a happy-go-lucky mustachioed carpenter turned plumber who jumps on mushrooms. The other scowls and rips the heads and wings off of anything that moves. What they share in common is repetition. Game after game after game, it's basically the exact same thing, and that's pretty much what fans of the series want. And if it's not what they want, well, then that's what you should expect. I mean, you don't buy God of War hoping to play Q*bert. Even though the storylines may change a little bit, every game is the same. You're going to get locked onto some kind of circular platform and have to fight off a bunch of things while upgrading your blades and your magic, and Kratos is going to scowl and frown and pout and generally look really disappointed with life. I mean, this is a guy who needs a break. He needs to get a margarita and chill out and just, stop killing things for a week. Maybe that's his problem. I think he suffers from guilt. It's not the torturing and the blood that I mind, it's the repetition. Can I jump on mushrooms in the next game, please, developers? How about kart racing? I like kart racing. Don't you? Everyone loves kart racing. We'll call it Kratos' Slip and Kart Slide, where I'll crush a bunch of enemies and slide down slopes on their blood. It'd be great. Then I can cut off something's ears and pull them out through its butt. Wouldn't that be cool? Mix me up another mango margarita. Let's chat. But all that being said, it's God of War, and you play it because it's God of War, and it looks like this. After all my talk about how graphics don't really make the game, in a God of War game, they kinda do. Because it's transporting you to another time and place that you'll frankly never go to, unless you're dumb enough to break an oath with the gods or something. God of War is cool because while you may come for the action and the bad attitude, you stay for the adventure. Where does Kratos go this time? Who does he kill and how? What can they put chains on next? The answer is everything. This game is like a freaking advertisement for a giant chain company. Chains. Everything has chains. Big or small, we make them all, and Kratos just stabs things. But I love the environments and the sense of scale. The camera work is great because it's not under your control, it's under the developer's control, who pull back and show how small Kratos is compared to some of these horrors that he's battling. I imagine it's a challenging task for the developers to essentially make the same game over and over again and keep it interesting, but they've managed to do it very well with the God of War series, assuming you like this style of gameplay. I mean, Super Mario Bros. Has been doing it for about 30 years. But even Mario has had to branch out from time to time and play sports or drive karts. Is it time for Kratos to pick up that tennis racket and not impale somebody? God of War has a lot of fans, and God of War Ascension should please those fans. Will it appeal to those who don't like God of War? No. No, not at all, because it's still the same, the same game. We get some cool features this time around, this neat time-shifting, reality-shifting thing, which makes puzzle-solving kind of interesting. Elemental attacks, a time slowdown attack, and how about a bonus extra Kratos later in the game? You'll see. 2 Kratoses means twice the scowling, and a very cool special attack.
My, quite persistent, isn't he?
And I always enjoy their sense of humor. During this entire boss battle, I was shouting, "Quado lives!" only to get this trophy and realize that's what they thought too. God of War Ascension is a very cool God of War game, and they even give us multiplayer this time around. Really, does everything need multiplayer? Because it doesn't. This is the kind of game that gives you reasons to play it more than once and explore the beautiful world that they've created. God of War Ascension doesn't really rise to the next level, it just keeps things consistent, proving once again that Kratos is a creature of habit. I think this is a game that God of War fans will enjoy as long as they don't expect anything out of the ordinary. I, for one, would love to see Kratos team up with Mario, where Mario rips the heads and wings off of things while Kratos hops on mushrooms and saves the princess without impaling her.